It was a very enjoyable combo breaker for me. I was very, 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 very busy. You narked on those 420 boys in my hotel. Look, man, I went up to my floor and it reeked of marijuana at Combo Breaker. I couldn't believe how powerful the stench. And a hallway is one thing. It could just be anybody on this hallway. It's a long hallway, right? That's understandable. Bro, my floor reeked of marijuana. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Jesus Christ. I stepped off the elevator and I felt like I was in a haze. It made like the noise of like the Tekken 7 Rage Drive. As soon as I stepped out of the elevator, I was like, oh my God. I don't think it's legal in Chicago now. Yeah, Combo Breaker was dope, but I'm also happy to be home. I was there for a long time because you have to remember, I flew in early. Then we shot the hot dog commercials and then I had to model the merch. Man, my trip, when I recap it all in my head, it's fucked up. Here's my trip to Combo Breaker. Wake up Wednesday. Call the Uber to go to the airport. Early flight. I'm supposed to land at Combo Breaker at like 5 o'clock. My flight's like pretty early in the morning. So wake up early, like 6 or 7 a.m. As I'm walking from my doorstep to the Uber, the notification pops up and says, your flight has been canceled. And I was like, no. Fuck. So I called them and I was like, hey, I need a new flight. I'm in the Uber on the way to the airport right now. I need another flight to Chicago ASAP. And they're like, all right, well, we can get you a flight at the same time. It leaves around the same time from the airport. However, it has a 3-hour layover in the Reno airport. And obviously the Reno airport is a fucking bastion of culture and society. So I was so happy to have a layover there. I fly the hour flight to Reno and I sit in the most shitty airport of all fucking time. And after I got done with that 3-hour layover, flew to Chicago, and I didn't land until like 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night. I go to the venue, I don't get checked in, and I had to order like delivery because nothing was open within like a 1,700-mile radius of this fucking venue because it's in the middle of nowhere. In fucking Narnia, this venue is. I can't believe it. This is like where they would send prisoners away from civilization and they'd never be able to make it back. Then the next day, Thursday, we shot the Portillo's commercials. We snuck in. We walked in with the camera, put it on the side of the booth, ordered 45 people's worth of food, set it on the table, and then I put a microphone up the crew neck, attached it right here, and we looked around and we said, let's try it. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in to Combo Breaker. Took a bite of the hot dog, had all that shit. Boom, boom, boom. We were done filming it within like 3 minutes. We just shot like 3 solid takes back to back to back, and we're like, that's it. We're gonna make all these motherfuckers watch this every hour all weekend long. Then we finished some of the food. I didn't finish all the food. I had like the Italian beef and that was it. Then we went back to the venue. I modeled the merchandise. After I modeled the merchandise, I'm like, I'm good. We have these pre-roll commercials. We have this, and that. Everything's gonna be fine. As I'm like going to exit the venue to enjoy my Thursday before Combo Breaker breaks off, Rick sees me and is like, I have news. And I was like, no. I knew it was a bad start to the conversation already. It turns out that the ad slides didn't come in correctly with like stuff on them or anything. So we need you to do the voiceover work on the ad slides again. And I was like, fuck. So I went and Esteban and I recorded lines for the ad slides. And that was my Thursday. Boom, boom, boom. Knocked it out. And then Friday and Saturday, you guys saw because I was on stream, obviously doing a bunch of commentary, enjoying the weekend, and having a great time. Sunday, I did Dragon Ball Top 8, which is super fun. Actually, Saturday, I did the Eunice exhibition. You know what's fucked up about this Eunice exhibition? Hold on. The opposing team was supposed to have Sammy Fish on the squad. Sammy Fish was absent. We couldn't find him for the exhibition. He was probably drunk somewhere. And they subbed in Apology Man. Now, look, I'm no expert on this specific instance, but that's racism. You can't just sub in Apology Man and call him Sammy Fish. That's not quite right. That's like you can't replace me with Brian F. and say it's the same person. That's fucked up. Just because there's an alarming resemblance between me and Brian F. doesn't mean that we're the same human being. These motherfuckers in the Midwest, they just replaced Sammy Fish with Vineeth, and then he ended up doing very well. Sunday was dope. Monday, I, for the first time in my life, missed an alarm. I slept through it because Combo Breaker was so draining. And then after it was over, I missed my 8 a.m. flight. I called them. I said, hello, I need a new flight. I missed my flight. It's 9 a.m. by the time I wake up. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I missed my flight. And they said to me, well, you know, I know you've lost over 120 subscribers on Twitch since you left. It's going to be an extra $300 to get a new flight back today. I said, that'll be no problem. I'll pay the fee. Just put it on the card. No big deal. I deserve this. This is what I get for eating this fucking hot dog all weekend. Whatever. So they're like, okay, the next available flight is 8 p.m. It was 9 in the morning. And I was like, you motherfuckers canceled a flight on me on the way here. And now you're making me pay for another flight when I missed it. And it's at 8 p.m. I was like, oh my God. So then I called the front desk at the hotel and I said, yes, I would like to do late checkout. And they said, well, we don't know. And I was like, for the love of God, if you don't give me a late checkout, this is going to be the worst day of my life. Just give it to me. And they're like, oh, it's fine. We'll give you another hour to sleep. Slept for an hour. Checked my little app that I got there on American. And it said, there's a flight available at 3 o'clock if you make it to the airport. You can confirm yourself on this flight right now. And I was like, I gotta fucking go. I confirmed it. I checked my phone. It was like 11. And I was like, perfect. Boom. Get ready. Throw all my stuff on. Head to the airport. And then the lightning storm started happening. They delayed me for like an hour and a half. But I was making it home. No matter what happened, I was like, I gotta get out of this godforsaken place. I can't spend another day in St. Charles. I can't do it. I'll be haunted by this fucking hot dog for the rest of my life. And I'll be thanking 4TE2 forever for hitting me with the Twitch Prime. Thanks very much. And when I landed, I saw on my phone that everyone had been trapped. I watched Looper on the way back from Combo Breaker. That movie kind of sucked. Maybe I didn't set it up right, but because before I watched Looper, I watched Into the Spider-Verse again. I've seen that movie 3 times now. I thought Looper was kind of whatever, dude. I thought like the idea about it was all right, but like the twist I saw coming from a mile away. And I couldn't take it very seriously. If you watch Into the Spider-Verse, which is incredibly sick movie, and then you watch Looper right after, you're like, this shit is trash. Watching movies on planes always sucks. I feel betrayed. Dude, I got on my airplane, and the guy in front of me was a pilot that was like taking this flight because, you know, wherever he needed to go next or whatever, like he had to be on this flight for. You know, there's a pilot and he's sitting in the row in front of me. That's neat. Before we even took off, this motherfucker was sitting in his seat. He leaned all the way back like Fat Joe and snapped his wrist back. And I was like, hold on. First of all, you're not allowed to do this shit before the fucking flight takes off. You have to keep your seat up for takeoff and landing. They tell you that all the time. That's a rule. And I watched the flight attendants come by and I was like, they're going to tell him to pull his fucking seat up when he comes by. I can't wait. You got to live like the rest of us, you stupid bitch. The flight attendant walks by. She walks down the aisle and she looks at him. And she just kept going. Like, I'm going to keep going by thanking Lamu for hitting me with the 3 months. Thanks very much. She walked by the pilot, leaning back in my fucking face and didn't say a damn word. I was like, this shit is top player privilege right here. That shit is not tournament legal whatsoever. You can't just fucking lean back during takeoff and shit. I'm sitting back there and like the microphone is the pilot and I'm like, I got nowhere to run. So then we get up in the air and he's leaned back the whole fucking time. So then I had to eat my food, right? And or like the snacks and the water and shit. So I got my little cup of water and it's behind and like his seat is just, it's like an overhang that I'm like hiding my cup under. And I'm like trying to eat like all small and shit. I'm like fucking trying to open the wrappers of it. I got no room to do anything. If you kick your seat all the way back like that, you're a motherfucker. You better be huge. You better be 6'9", 420 pounds. Because, man, I was trapped. I should have coughed on him. I gotta tell you, Combo Breaker is the spot to be. Everybody I told, yo, you should go to Combo Breaker too. They came up to me and they're like, you know, you said that I should come to Combo Breaker. I see why. This event is fucking tight. And I was like, dude, I know. Now, pay attention in this emote. Now that we're on this GIF, now that we get to see it a lot of times, notice Brett and everybody else in the background doing like the Arturo dance. Just look at that. Look at them in the background doing this shit. That's the part that cracks me up about this fucking GIF. Because like the neck roll is solid, but them in the background doing this shit, it's like they're like backup dancers. The hot dog, you guys don't know about the hot dog. You know what's crazy is some people were telling me in the venue, they were like, yeah, I didn't see a hot dog commercial all weekend. I don't know what you're talking about. And people on Twitter are like, at Sajam, I'm so sick of seeing your fucking face on this goddamn commercial. Was that a pickle or a bell pepper? There's 3 commercials. 1, I'm eating a hot dog. That one's a pickle. 2, I'm eating Italian beef sandwich. That one's a pepper. And then 3, I'm not eating it all. So you don't have to worry about it. I really think we should have done a final one where all the food is gone. And I'm just sitting there like holding my stomach. You know, I'm just like out of it. Like I can't move. I'm dead. I had to make that tweet about Spooky and all the production people. You guys, if you ever are at an event and you see anybody in the 10-0 shirts, you see Spooky, you see any of the production people, you let them know that they did a good ass job, because I'm telling you, I was there until 11:30 or midnight for the Dragon Ball auction, hanging out and shit, and Spooky was there. We were there mad late, Mio, Spooky, and Obama. I wake up and I come down 9 a.m. in the morning, first shift of the day. Backstage is Spooky and all of the crew working on the goddamn stream again. It's literally you work all day long, go to sleep, wake up, go back and do it. It is crazy. Yeah, see, Esteban says I would get down to the room at 8 a.m. and Spooky was already on the stream checking on stuff. He has to show up and make sure everything's working, make sure that the internet's good, making sure there's no issues, making sure that Vicious is trying to drop these hot dog emotes. Thanks very much. This motherfucker's sitting right out there watching my roommate's dogs right now. I can hear myself out there on this motherfucker's phone. He's watching it. He's probably got some coffee and shit. He's like sipping his fucking coffee and shit. This bald motherfucker. What's up? The 10v10. Look, Ryan Hunter, hold up. I was there. All right. I intentionally lost with my team in the exhibition so that we could play. And all you had to do was throw for your team and we would have been able to play some games, you stupid bitch. Where the fuck are you at? Hanzo Gonz Bonzo? Dude, when I was backstage when the do-rag was assembled on the Hanzo Gonzo's head. And Lee Chung and Yipes had to they had to help him figure out a do-rag because he doesn't know anything about a do-rag. You know, he doesn't know how to put it on. He doesn't know anything about that. So they went to put it on. And after it was on, Lee Chung turns to him and goes, now that you got that on, you got -10 to intelligence, but +10 to sperm count. And I was dying. It was like, no way. You can't just drop that shit on him, right? He said that shit. Bro, I was dying. Ryan Hunter says, consider this a gift that we didn't play at Combo Breaker. So now you have time to get better at CEO. Because from what I saw of your match, you aren't ready for me. Glasses push. Well, I went over to youtube.com/Superman Sajam. And on there, I clicked Sajam learns Eunice playing up against Ryan Hunter, etc., etc. And when I watched that set, I watched him take his spider legs that are attached to Bianchi's ass and shove them deep up Ryan Hunter's ass. And it was like 14 to 0 or 1 or something like that when they played. Not close. It was looking rough for Ryan Hunter. So you should be thanking me for giving you time to get ready for me the next time we play. Stupid bitch. What up, Ryan? How's it going? I hope you got home safely. Dude, my travel adventure was fucked up. The only good thing that happened is when I landed in LA, I went to go to the escalators. You gotta take the escalators from downstairs arrivals to upstairs departures to get an Uber. So I was going upstairs and an old lady had dropped all her bags on the escalator. So she's trying to walk down the escalator and grab her luggage that's stuck at the bottom. That's cocoon against the escalator. And she's pretty old, so she can't walk down the escalator fast enough to reach for her bag. So I dropped my shit and ran over there and was like, yo, and I lifted up her bags and I was like, you go up the escalator, I got it. So she turned around and went up and I grabbed all her bags, and me and this other guy sent her bags up there to make sure she was okay. I was really worried she was gonna fall, and I was like, Jesus, she's too old to be trying to go up and down this escalator and shit. So then I made sure she was cool and everything's fine. She got her bag, she was on her way, and then I ordered an Uber, and the Uber was right there. It was right exactly where I ordered it in LAX. It was next to me. And I was like, this is it right here. This is my this is how the universe balances things out. I went out there, I got on my Uber, took it home. It was the fastest Uber I've ever gotten back. And I was like, see, this is why you help out little old ladies when things are going bad. because then you get the good karma after flight cancellations and flight delays and thunderstorms and rainstorms and shit. Life balances out when you do a good deed. Save this lady's life. All these other people are walking by and shit. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? It takes 10 seconds to go help someone. I got good karma from saving Ryan Hunter from embarrassment. The best part is Ryan telling me, the only reason you beat me the last time we played is I didn't have an anti-air combo. And he goes in the exhibition and he lands an anti-air and just immediately drops the combo. And that's the first thing I said to him. And I was like, nice anti-air. I didn't even get to finish the sentence. I was like, nice anti-air. And he's like, shut the fuck up, dude. I would have hit that combo on you, you motherfucker. When we play, I'm never going to jump. I just won't jump, so I won't give him the satisfaction. It's better to lose than give him the satisfaction of hitting an anti-air combo. I want to like eat the anti-air really high so that his combo drops and then just unplug the stick. You know, I'm like, good games. And just walk away. Good games right in the middle of the match as soon as he drops it. I was explaining to Obama that I always have to call Goku Black, and I can't shorten his name. Because Obama was talking about the character Goku Black, and he called him Black. And I was like, you can't just say that. You have to say Goku Black. Or maybe he can, but I can't. He was like, what do you mean? And I explained this on my stream. Imagine if I said, like, Goku Black players are bad. Now remove Goku. You understand what I'm saying? I have to say Goku Black every time. You have to be careful. You know, that's how the world works. Someone says Sajam doesn't have the pass. Hold up. I didn't want to have to grab this. Hold on. Sajam doesn't have the pass, he says. Look, I don't ever use all the power given to me in life. And I always call Goku Black to avoid situations. But I have a pass. This is a certificate of entitlement awarded to Sajam for receiving the privilege of being allowed to use a certain word 3 times per year when deemed necessary, signed by Son Goki, the department head. All right, and the facilitator right there. I have a certificate. This was given to me. It was gifted to me at Wednesday Night Fights. Since receiving it, I have not used the power at all, and I don't intend to. In fact, it's been sitting in my closet ever since then, face down. Some power is too good. It's too useful. It's too evil. But I don't want it floating in the wrong hands, so it's been sitting in my closet till the day I die. One day I'll be in a field and I'll burn this. Why do you think we have guard dogs at my house? It's so no one can steal this from me. The fact that you would never intend to use such a power is likely the reason it was given to me. Now you understand.